Welcome back. Mind the game.
We're back, baby.
Opening bottles.
You know it.
We have the privilege of one of the greatest players in NBA history here today.
No question.
KD. Welcome.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think, while I'm opening this wine, I think the best way to start is like, you guys got anything you guys want to talk about, maybe?
So we're getting up.
Yeah, you think I got enough wine?
This is the place to do it. This will be the place.
Might as well just start there, you know.
No, I mean, there we go.
Yes, sir.
Pour that. But, LeBron is the greatest, the leading scorer of all time in NBA history. But I think even you would admit there's things about Kevin's game you wish you had.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the most smoothest, most efficient scorers we've ever had. Like, is there anyone that can do it at every level?
Not to the capacity he's done it. And I was reading a stat earlier, the fact that he hasn't, I don't want to speak like you're not here, but he's so great. I like to do it sometimes.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
He hasn't shot under 50% since like 2012. And in a league that doesn't talk about efficiency enough, because I'm one of those efficiency guys. Like I hate going out there just chucking up shots or, looking at the box score and I was maybe 8 for 23 or 9 for 25 or 6 for 18. Like you're gonna have those nights for sure.
Yeah.
But for the majority of the season, like being efficient, is something I've always prided myself on. And this guy is, when it comes to 3-level score, 3-pointers, mid-range, below the Gary Payton area, below the Malone area, and finishing. It's we haven't had a scorer as equipped as KD in our league ever.
Appreciate that.
Ever.
Yeah, I mean, add to it pick and roll, with the ball, without the ball, catch and go, transition with the ball, catch and shoot, off the move, pin downs, nail. Literally there isn't, I don't think, a spot, an action, or a style of play that you couldn't be yourself, be efficient in.
And is that something like KD, like you, over the years, obviously, I've seen you continue to get better and like get better with your game. Like, when you first came in, you wasn't much of a pick and roll guy. Just a natural scorer, catch and goes, always had to bounce to your game, obviously. But I feel like over the last 5 to 7 years, you start handing the ball off pick and rolls, making decisions, making reads, and still being able to be the efficient ass scorer, the dynamic scorer you've been. Like, was that conscientious with you, or is it just like, I want to continue to expand my game?
That was the main thing, wanting to expand my game. Early on when I came into the league, if I could think about my first 20 games in the league, I felt like I was just catching and shooting. A lot of it was catch and shoot threes, catch and shoot mid-range. I was playing fast.
So you felt it was happening so quick, you just felt comfortable rising up.
That's all that was my game, just shooting. You know what I'm saying, at that point. So that's what I, fell back on when nothing else worked. I get stopped. I'm not strong enough yet, guy. Hold me up. I'm just gonna shoot over you. And then I didn't shoot well my first 2 months, 3 months, maybe my first 6 months of the season. I think I started to figure out the pace of the game, understanding the pick and roll. I was getting more pin downs. And when I was coming off pick and rolls early in the season, I was just shooting. And then I'm looking at my teammates' faces. I'm like, damn, he was open. You know what I'm saying? So, I just started to understand my teammates more and the game more, and I wanted to be trusted in every situation on the offensive side of the ball. Coach say, I didn't want a coach to come back to the huddle. Steve, no. Which side you want it on? I'm like, I don't. It's your team. Coach the team. Whatever side you want to call this play on, I got to be ready to come off this on either angle and shoot from either side. So I never liked being limited that way. So I was wanting the coach to just use me in any way that he wanted me.
Anywhere on the floor.
Yeah. So I didn't want him to feel limited with me. So that was always been my thing.
I think it's funny you say that. I was one of the conversations we had previously about coming to the sideline and a coach is afraid to flip the play because he know that certain guys can't run it on the opposite side.
Right.
And I attest to that. Like, that's, And you can get in practice too. Like we can run the same play over and over and over. And if the coach say, okay, let's run it from the left side, we've been running from the right side, guys be like,
three dudes are lost.
Three guys like, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing?
Then the main
cheers.
Cheers. Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate you. It's crazy you said that because when I got to Golden State and we started working out more, you told me that. And it's always stuck in my mind that, like, yeah, the defense know that if you're going left, most of the time you're going all the way to the cup. So that 1-2 dribble pull up going left has been a staple for me. But it's more so about the pickup of the ball. You know what I'm saying? Going left. Like sometimes I try to pick the ball up right here like my normal shot. They swiping that down. Right. Instead of, we did this a lot too. I started, changing my pickups and I'm shooting the ball this way now. So a lot of that stuff is just adjustments to how physical the defense was and me just wanting to get shots off.
But this you make it sound simple. The reason he's able to do that, like take the ball up in different areas, is because especially at your size, your balance is so good. Your feet are so good.
That's where it all starts with.
He gets on balance, so like he still has legs under him, so it doesn't matter if he brings it up normal.
Right.
He brings it up here, he brings it up there. He's always still got legs to get under his shot and get that thing up in the air. That's like, those are the little bits that people don't understand.
Right.
Yeah. You have to work every day at getting down, getting deeper, getting in a position to have your legs under you.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to understand the power that you have under you and your legs and letting that flow through your whole body to get to your jump shot. It take a while for you to understand how much power you really have, but the lower you play, the harder you dribble the ball back up into your pocket. All of that small stuff matters if you want to be a good shooter.
Right. And it makes sense. I mean, all the detail that you're talking about is, when we talk about efficiency, and there's only been a small select few of guys to do this in NBA history. The 90-50-40 club, or 50-40-90, however you want to break it down. And you've done it twice. And it was actually 10 years apart from when you did it. I think the first time you did it was in 13, and I believe the last time was 23.
Yep.
But you want to know who's actually the leader in the 50-40-90 club?
I think it's this guy. Was it 4?
4.
And I feel like I missed like 3.
You know what? That's funny. We were talking about it.
to.
We were talking about it. My first year with the Lakers, here at the end, I was fucking 100 years old, but no offense. But I think I missed it by a layup, like one field goal.
Man, right? And that stings every time.
And I think earlier in my career, I missed it. Like I shot 897 from the line, and you think back, it's like 1 or 2 free throws. And for a whole season,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So I don't think about the 4 times doing it. I think about the 2 times. Right there.
I think about that.
How many more times were you close to that you can remember off the top?
I think it was another time in Brooklyn where I was like 39% from the 3 going into the last game. I had to make like 4 out of 6. I was like 1 for 8. I was just, man. And I was thinking about it too. I wanted it so bad, and it's just like that's another part of the mental game.
Yeah.
You can get in your own way.
Yeah, for sure.
Thinking too much about stuff like that. So yeah, I remember that one time in Brooklyn. I think it was another time in OKC where I think it was the free throws I might have missed. I was like 88, 87 for the year. And I tricked
free
off.
throws for a shooter of your caliber, the free throws drives you crazy.
That's
right?
the crazy.
Like, drives you crazy.
We talked. I think we might have talked about. I was like 84 this year, like 83, 82 at one point this year. I was just, and that's been bothering me mentally.
Want to kick the ball in the gym when you miss a free throw.
More than anything, man. Like I being over 90% is key for me. But so mid 80s is just not it.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
What's your career high? You had it
from the free throw line?
Yeah,
I think I was career high this year. I was almost at 80.
Yeah.
I was like 79.6 or something. I'm rounding my off. 80.
But the 3 ball was at what?
My career high for my 3 was 41, I think, last year. I think last year I was in the 40s.
Definitely second half of your career, your 3 balls ago.
Yeah,
man. The guys
just being more efficient. Just being more efficient with it too. Like,
I think your midi too this year stood out even more. I feel like you always hit it, but I think you went to it more this year, and you shot it from deeper this year.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. But it's something I to be honest, it's something that I haven't been able to master in my career. I work on it.
Improved a lot though.
Improved, yeah. But like when you talk about going left and then going right and being efficient, like going left with my midi, I feel really effective with that. I feel like I got great balance with it. I feel like like you're talking about the speed of how you pick the ball up after it comes off the ground, and you know
Natural
where the pocket is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know exactly how to get it back to that pocket. And I know I can go straight up and down going left. I can fade out. It's just all the powers over there. Going right has always been a little like, sometimes my balance is off. Sometimes I don't know if I should fade on the shot or if I should go straight up and down, and it's always kind of fucked with me mentally, even though I work on all of them. Yeah. But when obviously when you get into the fray, you don't want the defense to dictate what you want to do, obviously. But it's like getting that pocket that you were saying.
Yeah.
Like the one person that is unbelievable going right with his pocket, no matter where it is like Chris Paul. Like he
can almost shoot.
Yeah, he can do all this without even dribbling and keep it and then just rock. He can shoot it from
triple
here.
threat or off the dribble.
Yeah.
And he also gives him that natural little fade.
Yeah.
I can relate to because you need that few little bit inches to get it over the
size.
Right. It's a few guys in our league. It's a few guys. I'm not a lot. It's a few guys in our league that you believe every time they shoot the ball is going in.
Right.
And KD's one of those guys.
It is. That's a lot of pressure, boy.
No, it is. Listen, like when you shoot the ball, when Steph shoot the ball, if Steph get a look, you don't think he's gonna miss.
I think Shea is at that point too.
Shay's at that point too, especially in the middies. Like
every time he shoot, I don't think he's going in.
Yeah, especially he's fucking his rhythm right now is so good.
Quietly in the mid range, I think Kawhi's like
that. I was about to say Kawhi's like that too.
Kawhi's like that for sure.
Kawhi's like that too.
For sure. I don't care if he missed 10 in a row. Every shot he shoots.
Yeah.
Especially in that mid range area. Even his threes is, I think his mid range is above his threes, but he's still a good shooter too.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the mid range game is coming back for sure.
So that's a big old conversation right there. Yeah. Because analytics, all these analytic departments right now is saying layups and threes, free throws, layups and threes. But we're watching the MVP of our league right now pretty much dominating through the mid range.
Dominating.
So, and in the postseason where the game changes, the physicality ramps up. You're allowed to bump and grab and hold a little bit more. Like ultimately it's like get to your spot and get a bucket. You don't have time to be thinking about, okay, well, if I don't shoot this three, the analytic department coming downstairs the next day saying, okay, well, we took too many twos. Like, this is win or die.
Again, I understand, and I understand the balance between having to get up a lot of threes, but I believe you can't tell you, Luka, or Austin Reeves don't play your game and take those shots in the mid range, or just be you. Certain guys, though.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Who need to rely on the system of the team, who can't create on their own, who can't create those shots on their own. They need to shoot more threes. So I remember we was in a game against Cleveland and George's knee, and he liked to talk a lot of shit. I love George's, but he talked a lot of shit. And he telling me, like, I hit a couple mid-ranges in a row. We down like 15. Like, you need to shoot more threes. I said, no, these dudes around me need to shoot more threes. I need to play my game. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get into this paint, and because y'all gonna collapse on this mid-range and I kick out to one of them, I'm expecting them to shoot the three, not dribble into a mid-range. Like, that don't make no sense. But the best players on the team, you can't turn them into robots.
You're exactly right. So we did a whole episode on this. The mid-range has never been more important. It's just, it has to come from the right dudes. Right?
Exactly.
Like the court is spaced now by the role players.
Exactly.
What do you think they're trying to take away? Threes and layups. So the star has to be able to make mid-range shots, or else the team's not going to be able to score in a playoff situation. They have to be able to loosen the defense, takes what's there. So I think the analytics community would agree with that too.
Yeah, they would.
It's really just, we don't want players X, Y, and Z taking a bunch
down,
of mid-range.
Because the mid-range, I believe, is if you can't find a good shot, we should look for the good shots early, the threes.
Attack the paint.
Attack the paint, try to get layups, try to get threes. But when it's 5 to 6 seconds on the clock, get a ball to the best player. And if he shoot a mid-range at that point, then he shoot a mid-range. But we're not going to waste the clock trying to look for a 3, 2 seconds on the clock, and we giving it to no
Why are you pointing at
disrespect,
me?
Dorian Finney-Smith with 2 seconds on the clock to make a 3. That's not. That's not what we or Royce O'Neal. That's not. I mean, they can hit it for sure, but that's not sustainable offense for us going forward. So
another thing. What you're also saying is like you pass up a good mid-range shot to get a worse shot.
Exactly.
Right? So there's a balance there.
Exactly.
It's interesting you think about that Harden trade. You know, it was kind of a decision of the salary cap. It's in Surge, kind of a stretch 4-5, James Harden. And James goes on to be one of the best players of all time.
Yeah.
How do you feel looking back? Like, I know it's easy now to be like, well, yeah, we lost James Harden.
It's a different era. I mean, I think after a team that, I think we exceeded expectations with that team. And when you reach the finals and you go through a run like that so quick, I don't think a GM or owner was ready for that. You know, so you expecting a team that's 22, 23 to, you know.
So you sped up the timeline too fast.
We sped up the timeline, all of us, you know, each individual player. Serge, you didn't know, like, he came out of nowhere. He came out here being the best shot blocker in the league. I'm averaging 30 at 21 years old. Russell is 22 years old as an all-star. James, 6-man at 20. Like, so we exceeded the timeline, so they wasn't ready for that. And I don't believe, that's just my theory. I don't know exactly what Sam was thinking or the owner, but my theory is that I don't think they were ready exactly for us to be contenders every year.
Right.
So since we reached the finals, you're supposed to upgrade and fine-tune and make changes around instead of, you can't just pull one of the key figures of your team, you know, off the team and expect us to continue on what we was doing. So I just think they were kind of shocked at how good we got so fast. And, you know, sometimes you get confused. And then on top of that, Sam Presti was probably, 30-something years old? He was young. Everybody was young, trying to figure stuff out, trying to understand what this landscape was. It was just, but it was beautiful. Yeah, it was too fast. It was just, we were ahead of our time. Everything happened too quickly. And
yeah, because you think about it, like you went from like coming in the league being like, I can't do anything, I'm just going to rise up and shoot, to second in MVP voting at 21.
Come on, man. First team on NBA at 21. Like, doing things at 20, 21. Not just me, but everybody on our team on smaller, different skills.
Sure.
Even our coaches. He was Scott Brooks. That was his first. He was the coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was doing things. And Scott was our interim, so I didn't, you know, they probably didn't think that Scott was going to be there that long after being an interim, you know. So we all exceeded expectations, and you need a lot. You know, you got to spend money if you want to be in contention every year. I don't think they was ready for that just yet. So, but that prepared them for what they got now.
I was just going to say, right? He's getting a chance to run it back.
Exactly.
Sam, he's got this incredible plan. He's been obviously one of the top GMs in the league for a while.
Exactly.
But he's got this war chest too. And people I think are, like you hear it around the deadline, people are like, just make a big trade. And he's like,
patient, man.
Here's I'd like to get your thoughts on this. OKC wins this year. It's a problem for the league.
Yeah, it is.
It's a problem for the league. Those guys are all young dudes. Like there's few teams that would have to make big upgrades to compete on a year-to-year basis with this team for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing OKC you got to worry about is the cap. Are they going the second apron? Are they going to go into the apron and all that stuff?
True, but even with that, they have so many picks that they can try to use that versatility to stay under the second apron and still be just
got a lot of
right.
I mean, but it comes down to two guys, like for I mean, 3 guys. The rest of these dudes, they can be
interchangeable.
You know, like Shea's gonna be that guy for the rest of his career. What is Jalen Williams and Chet going to be? You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're playing great right now. But those 3 guys got to keep getting. I mean, Shea's already at that level, but those 2 guys got to keep getting better. I mean, that's just the facts of it. Will just be more consistent.
Right.
And I think they will. But that's really what it is for them. I mean, the salary cap, I think they'll pay for
Yeah, they know they
anything. They know they got a great team and something special ahead of them, but more than anything, those 2 guys got to keep stepping up and become perennial all-stars, no doubt all-stars every year without the benefit of having a good team.
Right, the 70-win team gets the all-stars, right?
You just got to be an all-star flat out because you're better than everybody.
Yeah.
And also, too, the last thing, too, I mean, they're going to be great for years to come, but also, too, like, you know, now you go from, you know, doing the hunting to now being the hunted as well if they win it all.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic
It is
with
a
that as
different
well.
dynamic.
I mean, we've both been there, understanding like,
Right.
you know, once you win it, you know, because you've been trying to get there so, you know, everything is geared to, we want to be the next champion. We want to be the next champion. And then when you get there, now everybody else is, all 29 teams is now like, how do we dethrone them? Mm-hmm. So it's a different mindset as well. And let's see how if they was to win it, you know, don't want to, you know,
completely agree. But on the flip side, they give away games currently. Like they have a great chance to win. They've given away games in the past they won't give away in the future. I don't think.
No, I think they're going to continue to hunt everybody. I mean, that's what their identity has been.
Yeah, you think that's their landscape?
That's what their identity has been since, you know, this has been cultivating since Shea got traded there for PG. All them dudes been there. Dort, I mean, Jalen Williams came a couple years after that, but he been there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So those guys got a solid core of dudes, and their foundation comes from
that Caruso.
We coming after y'all. So, you know, and I like that coach's mentality. He don't say,
he be over there chilling.
He don't say nothing. No, he
be over there chilling.
He's a stoic individual. I just think they got a beautiful thing going, and I think that what we created early on in OKC has just prepared everybody in OKC for what this is like. You know what I'm saying? We've all learned from that situation.
Second time around.
Yeah, it's just, and you know, it's been 9-10 years almost. So they've been through different iterations of the Thunder, Melo, Russ, PG, then you got CP. You know, so they've been through different iterations with great players. So and they understand developing a great player from 19-year-old into being an
picking
MVP,
them,
drafting, trading for him,
developing.
So they done been through everything. Being even though we were the Seattle Sonics, we were expansion franchise. So you know, they understand everything from building up from the ground up to where they are now. So I mean, we all could see this coming with this team.
Yeah, amazing squad.